So I got an inquiry from a woman whose dog, every time she tries to leave the dog park, the dog just kind of throws this hissy fit. He won't leave. He plays the cat and mouse game with her. He's so stubborn that sometimes he'll just lay down and expect her to wait it out. He's trying to wait for her to give up so that he doesn't have to leave the dog park. It's so stubborn and so annoying that she's like, I've got things I got to do throughout my day. I got to go to work. I have a coffee date. I got a life. I can't sit and wait for my dog to give up on his cat and mouse game. So the dog's name is Kai, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to meet Kai, and we're going to work on this. So if your dog is one of those dogs that's just really stubborn, plays the cat and mouse game with you, all that stuff, you might want to stay tuned because you might have some questions answered. Hey! Good. All right, dog lovers, so let's go ahead and get this party started because we have a lot to talk about. And I think that the owner and Kai are going to do really well together moving forward. And I'm super stoked because I think that training session went really well. Okay, so the first thing that I noticed when meeting a Kai for the first time was Kai was super, super playful. Like just such a love bug. Ready to go, ready to play. And this is great for me because it means that we could just get started training. I don't have to worry about introducing myself, letting him sniff my feet for a while. There's none of that. We're just going to play and we're going to have a good time and we're going to make this fun because training with me is always, always going to be fun no matter what. Now, when I talked to the owner on the phone, she complained a lot about Kai just not listening to her. And so this came out pretty quickly during our first training session. Can I touch? No. That's the wrong one. Touch. Kai was jumping all over her. She would tell him to come. He would go across the room and just completely ignore her. And so, according to her, this really comes out the most at the dog park because Kai's having a good time and he doesn't want to leave. So the first thing that we started with was a touch. Now the reason why I wanted to start with a touch, and if you've had me as a trainer before, you know that I love starting with touch because it's such a fun and easy and simple game, not just for the owner, but also for your dog. Okay, touch. Yes, good. Touch. No, I don't want that. Now, it's important to note that when you're practicing a touch instead of a come is more of a command, touch is more of a game. Now, if I am in the park, okay, and there's all kinds of interesting things around, there's other dogs, there's squirrels, there's birds, there's grass to go smell and pee on, I need to make myself more interesting than the things around. And balanced trainers love to argue this. They love to say things like, well, treats aren't going to be more interesting than a squirrel. I know. Shut up. That's not the point. The point is that your stupid pinch collar, your stupid e-collar, and your stupid leash pops, yeah, that's not going to make things more interesting either. It's just going to cause anxiety. That's it. What is going to make things more interesting is turning your training into a game. Make it fun, make it exciting, and engage with your dog. And I promise you, the chances of your dog coming to you in an environment like that are going to go way up than using your stupid leash pop. Now, I actually saw a demonstration of this by accident while we were walking to my car to get the hula hoop. So we were going to go to my car, we're going to get the hula hoop, and then we're going to go to the park. Now, I saw Kai just freeze up. And so this is what she was talking about. This is what he does at the park. He freezes up, or he'll play the cat and mouse game, or he'll just lay down, she said. Like, he'll just sort of lay down and not come to her and completely ignore her. And so he just froze. He didn't want to go to my car. He wants to go right to the park. And so I told her, I was like, hey, just try a touch. See what happens. And sure enough, he came right to her and touched his nose to her hand. And this is the first step, guys. This is the very first step. This is actually a huge moment, even though it looks like nothing. It's a huge moment because it means that the owner was able to break his focus.
Good touch. Touch. Yes, good boy. Ready? Yes, okay, good boy. Good boy. Come on.
Now, we started with just a few calming games just to get him calm and focused and ready. And then, as soon as I felt like we had him calm and focused, we're going to start jumping through our hula hoop. Now, the reason why I wanted to bring agility into our practice was for two reasons. The first is the owner claimed that she really wanted to bond more with her dog, and she saw that as a bonding experience. And I'm like, that's great, because that's exactly what agility is. But also, agility is a great way to bring your basic obedience cues into your training practice. It makes it fun. It makes it engaging. If I am getting my dog to jump through a hula hoop, trust me, I can get my dog to come to me at the park. Now, the first few times that we tried, we weren't so sure how Kai was going to respond to the hula hoop. So I started with the hula hoop super, super low, basically where it was like on the ground. And then we just kind of tossed the toy through the hula hoop, but Kai dodged the hula hoop and went around the hula hoop and got the toy anyway. And so this is a really common thing with agility. They don't want to go through the tunnel. They don't want to go through the hula hoop or over the jump. They'll go around it because it's easier that way. However, we decided to take a different approach. And what we did was I took the toy and she got him into a heel and then a weight, and then she released him. And as she released him, I showed him the toy and lured him through the hula hoop. And every time that he would go through the hula hoop, I would take the hula hoop a tick up off the ground and make him actually jump for it. Now, we've seen this dog jump. We know he can jump. There's a couple of times where he just sort of dodged the jump in general and like kind of didn't really want to jump through it. We know he can jump. So that just tells us he's being a little bit lazy. We need to get him to actually go through this. And so going through it means we really got to celebrate when he actually jumps through it. So the owner did great at her little Mickey Mouse voice. Yay, good job. All that stuff. She did great at that. She really celebrated. We clapped and we had a good time when he got through it. And it just was so much fun for the both of them.
Okay, jump. Hey, good job. Good job.
Now I'm going to go head to head here with some of our balance trainers watching this channel or some of our skeptics of positive reinforcement watching this channel. And I'm going to ask you this one question. Have you ever watched a dog show where there is agility practice involved and seen any of the owners use an e-collar? Have you ever seen any of the owners use a pinch collar? Have you ever seen any of the owners do a leash pop? I'll wait. No? Yeah, me neither. Because they're not effective training. If you want a well-trained dog and you want to teach your dog to go through the hula hoop, I promise you, your e-collar is not going to come in handy in these situations. The trick is to making your training fun and exciting and knowing your dog's personality. Knowing that some dogs are not going to take to agility as fast as others. Some dogs like Kai, yeah, they're going to go through the hula hoop. Other dogs, they're going to need a little bit more oomph. And other dogs, maybe they're kind of a little bit too oomph. You might need to slow them down, right? But your e-collar has no purpose here. So having all that been said, I am super proud of Kai and super proud of Kai's owner. And I think that they're going to do great moving forward. I have no doubt in my mind that she will overcome some of these little annoying habits that Kai has, and she will see Kai coming to her a little bit quicker over time. The more that she practices these games with him, the more that she practices her touch, focus games, and jumping through the hoop, the more likely he is to come to her at the park. It has been an absolute pleasure getting to know Kai and his owner. And I look forward to hearing from them in the future. And I want to know how things are going and how things are moving along because those are my favorite kind of clients.